Hello, welcome to my Panthoseeyeshadows update. I'm very excited about this update because I just love this project. Anyway, let's head right into it. I'm always working on 6 shades at a time, and my goal is to use these either 30 times or hit pan on them before rolling them out again. I am randomly choosing my shadows and shades, and the eyeshadow that I have been using the longest comes out of my Odin's Eye Soul Mane 2 palette, and here you can clearly see which shade I was working on because all of the others I basically didn't use, and the one that I am using is the shade Dream, this matte lilac shade. I really do enjoy this shadow, and in general I love matte lilac shades. I did use this 14 more times since the last update for a 30 for a total of 30 times now, so I am able to roll this out. As always, I am including some pictures, some progress pictures, and yeah, I am able to roll this out. I'm going to swatch this for you, and I have to say I love this. It's very buttery almost, like very soft to the touch, very easy to use, pigmented enough for my skin tone, which I have to say I'm very light. Yeah, I really did enjoy using this, even if it looks a little patchy on my hands right now. On my eyes it wasn't patchy at all. Yeah, I loved using this one, and I'm happy to roll this out though because I am excited to roll in new eyeshadows. Next up we have the ABH Novena palette, and in here I am currently using Love, and I did use this 16 times the last month for a total of 24 times now, so only 6 more times to go, but obviously this is staying, and I can already give you the preview, I guess, that this is my only rollout this time around, but I'm rolling in several ones, I already know that. Anyway, this one I still need to work on, so this is staying, and this is the first one that's staying. Again, I'm swatching these so you can see my new color story. And I'm mentioning this all the time that I am inserting some pictures of my color stories as well, the old one and the new one, for you to be able to see these shades in a different light, maybe a little better than what you can see when I'm swatching these out like this. Next up is this Trendy in Tokyo palette by BH Cosmetics, and in here I'm working on 2 shadows, and one of which is Ginza, and I did use this one 12 more times for a total of 24 again. So also with this one I only need to use it 6 more times, so yeah, I think I will roll this out till the next update. Anyway, for now this is staying, and I'm going to swatch it out for you. And this was so much more wearable than I thought it would be. I am able to build this up nicely, which means that it's not as pigmented if you don't want it to be. Like, I can use a light hand and it's very light. Plus, if you combine it with a brown, and also with this one, I layered this one on top over this one, which makes a brown kind of like shade. And then I used this one in my crease, and then I layered this one on top on my outer crease, so it kind of changes from this turquoise to a brown, and it's very wearable for me, in my opinion at least. And yeah, I enjoyed using it like that. And yeah, only 6 more times to go with this one. Then we have the Colourpop Orange You Glad palette in here. I did change up this one. This is not the original shade. This is either out of the Wild Nothing palette or the So Very Lovely palette. Never mind, this is not the shade I'm working on. I'm working on Rise and Grind, and this is also the shade that, in my opinion, doesn't fit in my color story currently, so I did not use it a lot. I did use it 5 times this time around for a total of 6 times, so I mean, yeah, that's fine. I finally used it a little bit more, so obviously this is staying. Let's see if I can get a nice swatch. Maybe I need to go over that one. So yeah, that's better now. You can see it very nicely, and it's very, very impactful. So yes. And then we have a single eyeshadow in here. This is by Cleonard Cosmetics. It's in the shade Blaze. And this one I also didn't use a lot this time around because I focused on a very cool toned look, and the orange one and this one kind of fell out of that. So I did use this one 5 times as well, for a total of 20 times now though, because I used this last month quite a lot. So yeah, that's it. I enjoy this, but this has, I also mentioned that last time, this has insane glitter fallout. Like, I don't know, it doesn't look glittery on the eyes. It's more like metallic and foiled-like, which I love. But I don't know what's going on, but there's always so much glitter on my face after using this one. Either way, I'm swatching this. This is staying in. And this is also so soft to the touch. But every time I'm picking up too little to swatch it out nicely. But I'm just gonna go over that. And it has a very lovely shift. I absolutely love it. Just the glitter fallout, I don't know what it is. But yes, that's this one. The last shadow from my regular color story is actually again in my Trendy in Tokyo palette. And it's this Roppongi. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this correctly, but never mind. This one I did use 8 times the last month. I did roll this in the last month, so for a total of 8. I honestly really enjoyed this, and this is super impactful. I didn't think that it would be that bright. I used this once in my outer part of the lid, just as is, and it was so bright when I looked at myself in the mirror afterwards. So since then I'm kind of layering other things on top to tone it down a bit. But either way, I am trying using this one. Again, swatching this. This is staying. Oh, and I did pick up too little. But it's a very nice one. I really enjoyed using this one. So this has been my regular color story. If you watch my Panthoseeyeshadows video, you will know that I do have backup shades, but I'm gonna explain it in a second. But first I'm going to insert you the picture of my old color story for you to see it in a different light. And yeah, so because I thought I would hit my goal on one shadow out of that old color story, I already wrote in a backup shadow. That's what I'm doing. Every time that I think I will reach my goal on the, or one or several shades, I am going to roll in backup shades accordingly, so I can already either include them in my color story or reach for them after I reached my goal on the ones that I'm using regularly. Last month I did use this in combination because it was another shimmer and it was very nice to use in combination with the look that I did. Yeah, I'm showing it to you now, obviously. It's a Super Shack shadow and it's in How Far I'll Go from Colourpop Cosmetics. And I did use this 10 times already. So this is rolling into my new color story officially now. And this was also very nice to use with my cool toned look. This does look very cool toned when using it on the lids or in combination with the turquoise and the purples. It did look very cool toned, which I enjoyed a lot. So yes, this is my new color story. I'm also going to insert you a picture of this one now. I don't know if on camera the two shimmery ones, like the Cleonard one and the Colourpop one, look very similar, but in real life they don't really, and I can use them in different ways. I even used them in the same look once or twice. So yeah, either way, let's talk about these shadows. because I am rolling in new backup shades. And how many is the question? So definitely 2, because I only have to use the first 2 shadows 6 times, and then I would only have to use Blaze 10 times. Should I roll in 3 or 2? Okay, I thought about it, and I'm going to roll in 2 backup shades because I don't know. I don't want to roll in 3. That's a lot of shadows. Yeah. So the first backup shade that I'm rolling in, always I'm rolling in with the Wheel of Names. So I'm inserting that right now. As you were able to see, the Earthly Spaced Out palette got chosen. This is, I think, the newest palette in my collection. I didn't even use it. I swatched out some shadows, but yeah, let's show it to you. This is how this one looks like, and I'm excited to use this. I am again rolling the shade that I'm going to work on in randomly. I think I don't have a shade that would be too similar rolling it in. I really hope it's not gonna be peachy, because I worked on this kind of shades so much during the last few months. But yeah, we will see. I have the numbers 1 through 8 written down on paper here, and I'm just gonna choose one out of here. And no. Oh no. Okay. I'm rolling in the first shadow. So yes, I'm rolling in the first shade right here. It's called Peachy. It's an easy shade to use, so it's okay. But I just had 2 shadows that kind of looked like that within this project for the last few months, but okay. So I'm swatching this as well. So that's the first one. You can see it's not the same as Love. It's lighter, a little bit brighter, but yeah. Anyway, I'm rolling this one out, hopefully anyway. And the second one I always choose out of here. I have many of my shadows written down on paper here, like numbers corresponding to the shades. I haven't written down all of them. I need to go over these again sometime, but yeah, I have enough in here. So I don't mind. I'm just gonna choose one over here. And this is going to be 272. And I'm going to be right back and show you what shade this is. Okay, 272 is a newer palette in my collection on a very old spot. When I declutter a palette that's in my numbers already, I just replace it with another one. It was a 12 pen palette, and I replaced it with this 12 pen palette. I hope this makes sense. So it's a very low number, even though it's not an old palette. And this is the Visi Art Kashmiri palette. And in here is the third palette, because it's 270, 271, and 272. So it's a boring shadow, but I don't mind. I am going to roll this in. It's going to be an easy shadow to use, and I'm definitely going to use it already with my existing color story, even though this is a backup shadow. And I don't know if you will see anything swatching this one out. Maybe a little bit, actually. So yes, these are my 2 backup shadows, and this is my color story. And yeah, I'm happy with my roll-ins. I'm kind of happy with my color story because I have new shimmers, and I think this will be easier to use now. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this update. I'm going to show you the shades again that I have in here, or the palettes. either way, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you're doing this project as well, and I wish you a very nice day. Bye!